You're running a race that doesn't have a finish line. Work, achievement, goals, money, status, there's always another level. And while you're running, your life is happening. Moments you don't notice, conversations you're half listening to, sunsets you don't stop for. You're so focused on getting to the next thing that you're missing the thing that's actually here. Here's what's wild. You don't need to quit your ambitions to enjoy your life. You need to understand how you're stealing your own time and how to stop. Let's be honest about something. You've accomplished things, real things. You've achieved goals that were supposed to make you happy. Career progress, relationships, financial stability, accomplishments, they're real. And yet, something's missing. The satisfaction doesn't last. You hit the goal and immediately your mind moves to the next one. It's not gratitude. It's not contentment. It's a compulsion. You finish a project and before you can celebrate, you're already thinking about the next project. You get the promotion and the joy lasts about 2 weeks before your baseline resets and you're hungry for more. This isn't ambition. This is a treadmill. And most people don't even realize they're on it because the treadmill has convinced them this is what success looks like. But here's the cost. You're trading your actual life for a version of success that never feels successful. This pattern didn't start yesterday. It started young. You learned early that your worth was tied to what you accomplished. Good grades meant you were smart. Sports victories meant you were valuable. Job success meant you were worthy. Your family, your culture, your entire society taught you your value equals your output. So your mind created a system. Achieve leads to feel good leads to, but then immediately leads to, identify the next thing leads to, achieve again. It's a loop. And the loop is designed never to end because the moment you think you're done, you're not enough anymore. The finish line keeps moving, and you've been so focused on reaching it that you haven't noticed something critical. The finish line isn't real. There is no moment where you finally achieve enough and get to just exist, to enjoy, to be. Most people discover this at 60, 70, lying on their deathbed thinking, I wish I'd enjoyed more. But you don't have to wait that long. The question is, how do you change this pattern when your entire identity is built on chasing the next thing? Here's the first thing that has to change. You have to separate your worth from your output. This sounds simple. It's not, because your entire operating system is built on the opposite. But here's a practice. 1 day per week, do absolutely nothing productive. Not meditation, not self-care, not something that's good for you. Just nothing. Sit. Exist. Let your mind be bored. Let yourself be useless for 1 day. Your mind will fight this. It'll tell you you're wasting time. You're not. You're teaching your nervous system that you have value even when you're not producing, that you're allowed to exist without justifying your existence. The second thing, create rituals of presence. Not big spiritual ones, small ones. 1 meal per day where you actually taste it instead of eating while thinking about work. 1 conversation per week where you're fully present instead of half listening while your mind is somewhere else. 1 moment per day where you notice something, the sky, a sound, a smell, without immediately moving on. These aren't luxuries. They're recalibrating your brain to notice the life that's already happening instead of always looking for the next thing. The third thing, and this is the one nobody wants to hear, you have to get comfortable with enough. Enough money, enough success, enough achievement, and then you have to actually stop. Not retire. Just stop adding to the list. Stop the constant optimization. Stop the perpetual self-improvement. Stop turning hobbies into side hustles and passions into projects. There's a difference between healthy ambition and addiction to achievement. Addiction to achievement is when you can't stop even when you want to. When the win feels empty before it even happens. When you're successful and it feels like failure. That's not ambition. That's fear wearing a success costume. And the only way out is to decide, this is enough. I'm enough. And now I'm going to actually live. Here's what happens when you actually do this work. The first month feels wrong. Your mind will be itchy. It'll feel like you're wasting time, being lazy, falling behind. You're not. Your mind is detoxing from the achievement drug. For a few weeks it sucks. But then something shifts. A conversation with a friend actually feels like a conversation. Food tastes good because you're paying attention. Work still gets done, but you're not bleeding into every other moment of your life. And here's the strange part. You often accomplish more. Not because you're hustling harder, because you're less scattered. Your focus gets better when you're not constantly looking ahead. You stop stealing from yourself. You start living the life you're already in instead of constantly preparing for a life you're going to live later. That moment with your kid. That conversation with a friend. That sunset. The good news is, you can stop. You can get off the treadmill. You already have enough. The only thing between you and actually enjoying your life is the belief that you need more before you're allowed to have it. You're allowed to enjoy your life now, not after the next goal. This is the realization that changes everything. You don't need to quit your ambitions. You need to stop letting them steal your time. You need to stop believing that your worth is on a treadmill that never stops. You're allowed to be successful and present. You're allowed to be ambitious and satisfied. You're allowed to reach for more while also enjoying what you have. The race ends when you decide it ends. And the moment you decide to step off, that's when your life actually begins.